Lots of wind to keep you suspended if you had that parachute deployed today. And it's going to be windy again tomorrow, but the wind advisory is going to probably be allowed to expire at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. It includes most of the Bay Area. The strongest winds have been occurring at the higher elevations. So I showed you the peak gusts a little bit earlier for the valley, where most of the Bay Area's populations live. But what we're going to be seeing as we head through tomorrow is still some gusts on top of the peaks, potentially exceeding 30 to 40, even 50 to 60 miles an hour. Again, just on those peaks where really hardly anybody lives. Let's take a look at those peak wind gusts in the higher elevations that we've recorded so far. Just over 35 miles an hour, just right at 35 miles an hour in the Oakland Hills, but 53 miles an hour for Sunol Ridge, 63 miles an hour at Mission Peak. One of the highest numbers we've seen so far has been Mount St. Helena, the west slope of Mount St. Helena, 76 mile an hour gusts, 50 miles an hour on top of Mount Tam. So you get the idea here. The higher you go in elevation, the more likely it was that those winds were quite a bit stronger than they were closer to sea level, where most of us do reside. We're going to track those wind gusts as we head through the rest of tonight, but the winds are going to continue to deteriorate, to continue to die down as we head through the overnight hours. Let's take a look at it with Futurecast, and we will track the winds hour by hour, which again, we're going to focus on the communities where the bulk of us live. Still under that wind advisory because the winds could exceed 30 to 40 miles an hour from time to time. But in general, we are going to be heading into a calmer weather pattern as we head through tonight into early tomorrow morning, with the exception of the North Bay and into Solano County. The wind advisory for Solano County expires at 7 a.m. I think that's probably a more likely time frame that we're going to be in the clear, but a few gusts here and there in the 20 to 25 mile an hour range by midday tomorrow. Not going to be as strong as what we had today. But today, again, compared to Southern California, we've been fine. The amount of rain that we've seen so far this season has really helped us out, and the wind speeds weren't as strong, so more inconvenient as opposed to actually threatening. The rain is a good thing that we added up as much as we could, because we're not going to see any of it over the course of the next several days. These little bumps in the rain chances by tomorrow night and into Friday night, that's the potential development of a little bit of fog here and there. Our rain chances are essentially going to be zero, not just for the next 7 days, but for the next 10 to 15 days. It does look like the forecast is going to remain dry all the way through the Martin Luther King holiday weekend. Air quality is going to once again deteriorate as we hit the end of the work week and head into the weekend. So back into that moderate category with that smudge of haze on the horizon. But then the winds are going to pick back up again by late Saturday and into Sunday, something we'll have to monitor as we get closer to the weekend. I don't think another wind advisory is likely, but can't completely rule it out. Right now, it's warm out there. That's another consequence of these offshore winds. Everybody's in the low to mid 60s right now, well above normal for early January. And with the wind stirring around the atmosphere, it limits how much the temperatures are going to drop off as we head through the rest of tonight. Most of us only dipping down into the 40s. San Francisco even staying at 50 degrees. This time of year, this is pretty much the coldest time of the calendar. We're supposed to see a lot of upper 30s in the North Bay valleys, and temperatures getting close to that for interior portions of the East Bay. Everybody staying in the 40s, so an above average jumping off point for temperatures to reach up to above average once again. Maybe not as warm as today, but still well into the 60s for most of the Bay Area. 67 in San Jose will be the warm spot. Most of us in the low to mid 60s. One of the cool spots right along the coast at Bodega Bay. You're going to be one of the only locations that stays in the upper 50s by tomorrow afternoon. These numbers 5 to 7 degrees above normal, and that's kind of the theme as we head through the next 7 days. There are going to be a couple of warmer days here and there. Thursday looks like it'll be maybe a degree or two warmer. Same thing for Saturday. But even the coolest days, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, temperatures are still going to be running 3 to 5 degrees above normal. And you see lots and lots of sunshine in the 7-day forecast. There is not even a hint of rain in that forecast headed our way over the next 7 days. And again, even looking beyond that, if we had a 14-day forecast, I think it also would be rain-free. Ryan?
I'm going to hold you to that. All right, thanks, Paul.